Full disclaimer, this is a bonus video. You don't need to watch this to understand the rest of the tutorial. I wanted to start by talking about hash-based routing because React Router has this thing called Hash Router, and I just wanted to make the point that you can do the same thing without React routing, of course. The history of hash-based routing and why it used to be used and why you still might want to use it. So I'm going to link to that. Anyway, so here's how you do it. The basic idea is that this is like relatively new. It's supported in like 95% of browsers, I think. But before this, what you had to do was mutate the hash, window location hash. That looked like something like this. And instead of using path name, we're going to use hash. Really, if I was doing this, I would change the variable name of path name into hash. But you can see now our home route has a hash in there. The basic point here is that you're able to reroute without refreshing the page, because hashes are normally meant to be used to scroll to a particular point within a page. This is what you used to have to do because every browser has hash, but not every browser had push state. So that's what hash-based routing was. It's not ideal because you got like this guy in there, but yeah, that's what that is. Other than that, I also wanted to talk about why it's called push state. Like what's the state? You know, what's state? So it turns out that this is, I think is this one. This is where you put the state in. The state just refers to the current state of our current entry on the history stack. So that means that we can set our current state to the counter, and then when we pop state, we can set our counter to, if we get the event here, it has state as a number. Because state is an any type, so we have to typecast it. And we're pretty sure it's a number because we're setting it up here and that's the number. Anyway, what this is going to do is now we have this state saved at this history entry, and if we go to users here and we increment it here and about, so if we go back, you can see it's saved that state at that particular history entry. So honestly, I'm a little hard pressed to think why you'd want to use that, but I'm sure it's very useful to some people, and that's what push state is. Yeah, so this guy is just called title. Funny thing about that, it's all browsers, but Safari ignore it. They might use it in the future, but I guess the basic idea is that like you can call this like your counter, and then if you want to get the state, somehow you can get the state from, it's like the key of the key value, I guess. I don't know. I don't even really know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's why it's called push state and pop state, and that's what hashing is. Really coming up against bounds of my knowledge.